It's often said that Cyprus is the birthplace of Aphrodite, but more importantly, it was also the birthplace of halloumi. So can their football stadiums compare with their god-tier cheese? Well, let's bloody find out. Here are the Cypriot First Division stadiums. AEK Arena. Fittingly, we start off in the city that you would most likely land in if you were to visit Cyprus, Larnaca. It's not the capital, it just has the largest airport. This stadium, that was built in 2 stages a little under a decade ago, might not be the flashiest modern stadium you'll see, even in this league. But what is impressive is that it only cost around 10 million euros to build, and it was funded entirely by the club itself. So they can be pretty proud of that. Alpha Mega Stadium. Despite having only a slightly larger capacity than the last one, it cost nearly 5 times as much to build, around 45 million euro to be exact. They still probably got their money's worth though. I mean, the amenities do seem to be considerably better here, especially the additional roof coverage, which must be a welcome addition on a hot Cyprus day, of which there are many. I visited Cyprus for a month and never saw any rain. It was during the off-season in the middle of summer, to be fair. Anyway, this ground is home to 3 top-tier clubs, so it definitely gets plenty of use. Amakostos Stadium. We're back in Larnaca, just about 1.5 kilometers east of AEK Arena for that matter. You may have noticed that it's situated in a fairly built-up area with roads surrounding most of the ground. And that might have some downsides, but one upside is that they were forced to build the stands especially steep, which probably makes a sellout crowd of 5,500 feel more like 6,500, and that's like 1,000 more. Oh, and we've already mentioned halloumi, and this club has salami in its name. This is turning out to be one tasty league. I'm just hoping for olives now. Antonis Papadopoulos Stadium. Well, since I've been talking about food, Papadopoulos is actually a popular brand of biscuits in Greece, and Cyprus for that matter. I don't believe Antonis Papadopoulos has any connection to that company, but I just like to spread biscuit knowledge when I can. Anyway, enough about food, we're here for stadiums. What I like about this ground is that no 2 sides are the same. Much like many Papadopoulos biscuits, where they use the Greek alphabet on one side and the Latin alphabet on the other. Biscuit knowledge. Now we head to the capital, Nicosia, which is also split in 2. GSP Stadium is the largest in the country and is home to not only 2 of the largest clubs in the country, but also the country. The Cyprus national football team plays here. The design is actually pretty distinctive, in particular the roof of the main stand, which is not only curved in an aesthetically pleasing way, but also carries over to the athletic stadium next door. The rest of the ground consists of uncovered split-level stands, which are fairly basic compared with the main stand, except for this one, which has a certain flair to it. Katakopia Stadium is coming off a renovation just last year. It's still a rather small stadium, even by this league's standards. Yet, even if the entire village of Peristorona were to come and watch the game, there would still be hundreds of empty seats. Obviously, some of the club supporters are from out of town, and they of course have to accommodate for the visiting fans, none of whom have to travel very far to get here. Dasaki Stadium is situated just a matter of meters from the Green Line, as it's called. Akna, the village that the team is named after, is just over here, under the control of northern Cyprus. During the Turkish invasion in 1974, the villagers fled a couple of kilometers south to what is now a village called Dasaki Aknas, in the Takalia sovereign base area, which is technically a British overseas territory. Very complicated. It's kinda ironic that their original ground has been left unoccupied due to the fact that it's situated on land that is considered to be occupied. Stelios Kyriakides Stadium. Stelios was a Cypriot marathon runner who won the 1946 Boston Marathon, despite still suffering adverse effects from World War II related malnourishment. So he's certainly a man worthy of having a stadium named after him. And fittingly, it's the only stadium in the league with a running track around it. Not only is it used for football and athletics, but it's also the home of the Cyprus national rugby team, who mightn't be highly ranked, but they still hold the record for the most consecutive men's international wins at 24. So there you have it, 14 teams but just 8 stadiums. Time to pick a favourite. I reckon it's got to be Alpha Mega Stadium. It seems to be a cut above in regards to amenities. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing, and as always, thanks for watching, have a good one.